Lincolns of the past were kind of associated with kind of old, something your grandparents would drive. Well, fast forward till now. This is a 2014 Lincoln MKZ, and it looks nothing like your grandpa's Lincoln. Let's have a quick look around. The MKZ looks great. It looks like it just came out of the Lincoln Design Studio. With a sleek, sweeping profile and its split-wing grille, there's no mistaking this car for anything else on the road, especially with those full LED lamps front and back. In fact, the first time I saw one on the road, I thought it was a concept car. Whether you like it or not, this is definitely a fresh look for Lincoln. The interior of the MKZ is just as modern as the exterior. Look at the middle console here. It's got a floating type of design that goes right through. Now, everything is touch sensitive. The screen is a touch screen controlling your seat heat, your navigation, your radio. Even the transmission is controlled by buttons on the side of the screen. Now below it here, you have your temperature controls, your volume, your fan. Those are even touch sensitive as well. And for me, I would much prefer conventional dials opposed to these sliders for volume and heat adjustment. It just, it takes a little bit of time. Let's increase the heat, or let's decrease it. So much easier just to turn it. In the gauge cluster, there's a speedometer and 2 screens on each side of it. On the right side, you can customize it. You can put your navigation or your entertainment information there. On the left side, you can have your trip odometer or your fuel consumption there. Mostly soft touch materials are used on the interior of the MKZ, other than the center console, which is kind of a hard, shiny plastic, which I think might scratch in time. This MKZ also incorporates one of the world's widest opening retractable glass roofs. The only problem that I see is the glass roof retracts over the rear window, which obstructs rear view visibility. The trunk space is pretty decent considering it's a hybrid. One thing I noticed, there is no way to open the trunk from the outside of the car. You either need to push the key fob twice or use the button inside the car to open the trunk. This is annoying. Lincoln uses the sync system with My Lincoln Touch, which essentially is the same as My Ford Touch. After using a few sync systems in the past, I'm kind of getting used to them. But I still think that for older buyers, it could still be a little bit intimidating. There are 3 powertrains offered with the MKZ. First, a 2-liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine with 240 horsepower. Then, a 3.7-liter V6 with 300 horsepower. Both of these powertrains are available in front-wheel or all-wheel drive and come with a 6-speed automatic transmission. The hybrid that we're driving here is a 2-liter 4-cylinder with 188 horsepower combined, and it's only available in front-wheel drive with a CVT or continuously variable transmission. There is a host of camera and radar-based driving aids available on the MKZ, such as lane keeping system, adaptive cruise control and collision warning with brake support, blind spot information system, and active park assist. Driving the MKZ, well, it's not really the most exciting thing to drive, but it is a hybrid after all. One thing that it does have, though, is it has the same hybrid system as the Ford Fusion. And what's unique about that system is what we're doing right now. We're doing 100 kilometers an hour on the freeway, and the car is in full EV mode. No gas engine here. 105 now. Okay, there, just kick back in. So let's talk about the fuel economy. Numbers are posted 4 liters per 100K in the city and the highway. Well, we couldn't get anywhere close to that, but we did get 6.6 on average, city and highway driving, which is pretty good for a vehicle this size. So here's what I like about the MKZ. The unique styling, that sleek concept look, there's nothing else like it. The hybrid system, it's fantastic to be able to go 100 kilometers an hour on electric only. All the technology and the safety options available, love it. The interior styling looks clean, very futuristic, which brings me to what I don't like. I think the My Lincoln Touch could be a little bit too complicated for older buyers. And the lack of dials. I wish they retained at least 2 dials, one for volume and one for heat. On this car, which is a hybrid with a 4-cylinder, I think the engine's a little bit too buzzy, especially for a luxury type car. With a concept car looking exterior and a futuristic looking interior, is Lincoln attracting the younger buyers they're hoping for? Well, according to them, the average age of the MKZ buyer has went from 61 down to 57 now. So, I guess it's working.